Turtles 2014 edition is directed by directed by Jonathan whatever his last name is. And it's basically about April O'Neil. She's trying to get this good story out. She's trying to get known to Channel 6. All of a sudden, she comes across these vigilantes known as the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles in their battles with the Foot Clan. Now she's wrapped up in all of their business, and William Fichtner plays a scientist named Eric Sachs who works for Master Shredder. And there's some stuff going on there, and it's pretty much it. So going into this movie, I had the knowledge of some of the older Ninja Turtles episodes. I had the knowledge of the movies. I watched all of the movies, even that terrible third one and the animated one. I saw them all, and I've seen a couple episodes of the new Nickelodeon show. So I was sitting in this movie, and I was fully prepared, and all I wanted was just at least a fun summer movie. But then I realized that this movie sucks. First of all, let's just get the pros out of the way. The CGI for the Turtles is amazing. Like, they look real. And so did Master Splinter and the Shredder suit. All of that CGI looked good. But then, there's also the voice acting for Master Splinter and the Turtles. Those guys were phenomenal, especially Johnny Knoxville as Leonardo. At least I think it's Johnny Knoxville. I don't think they showed his name in the credits, so I hope it's Johnny Knoxville. If it's actually that one guy, then congratulations, that guy. You sound a lot like Johnny Knoxville. But if it is Johnny Knoxville, then congratulations, Johnny Knoxville. You were the best. And the action scenes in this movie are also good, of course, because it's produced by Michael Bay and directed by Jonathan whatever his last name is. Then everything else besides that, besides the CGI, besides the voice acting between the Turtles and Master Splinter, besides the action, this movie is so awful. The human characters are useless. Megan Fox as April O'Neil is terrible. Just so terrible. She doesn't bring anything to the role as April O'Neil. She only screams for their names. She tries to help. She tags along, but she doesn't really do anything. Especially Will Arnett as Vern Fenwick. They didn't name him Vernon for some reason. I'm sorry, I know that's not a big problem, but my OCD is killing me. You forgot to add in the O and N off of Vern in Fenwick. Why did you not do that? You just wanted to make people mad so much. What if we get rid of the O and the N off of Vernon Fenwick's name? Do you think they'll get mad? My OCD is killing me, so technically I'm a little mad. Was it seriously so hard to just put the O and N on? Okay, I'm moving on. Whoopi Goldberg as Bernadette Thompson. She was only in 2 scenes, and she was terrible in them. Just basically, she had to be the boss that did not believe April O'Neil that there are 6-foot talking turtles around that knew karate and performed in the art of ninjutsu. So she's the one who had to get April O'Neil fired, and that's the only reason Bernadette Thompson, played by Whoopi Goldberg, was in this movie, and it was awful. Wasted screen time. And speaking of wasted screen time, April O'Neil has this roommate. It's not even Irma. It's this new chick, and she's also in 2 scenes. Basically, she's the gag that, alright, you sound insane, and that happens 2 times. I'm getting the chills because of this movie. And Karai is in this movie for about a total of 10 minutes, or 15, and that's it. And the Turtles, they had a great camaraderie, but some of their comedy was a little off. Some of their comedy worked, but some of it was off. And then there was the human comedy, and none of that worked. And the script just feels so, I don't know how to explain. Let's just say that in the beginning of the movie, we don't get to see a lot of the Turtles. We get to see them in the shadows a couple times. And then we finally get to see them. Then we cut out of that scene and several other scenes. There's short scenes of Ninja Turtles. But when we finally get to the Shredder busting into the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles lair to capture the Turtles, which you saw in trailer numero 3, it's been a total of 15 to 20 minutes of them being on screen. I don't think that's a lot of time to get to know your turtle characters if you've never seen, especially if you've never seen any Ninja Turtles property before this. And after the turtles get captured, like in the trailer, like the climax begins. Apparently the climax begins ever since then. It's only been like 30 minutes and the climax has already begun with Raphael saying, "Let's go save my brothers." And the rest of the movie is like a huge, solid, like 50 or however long the rest of the movie is, of basically the climax, a huge climax. It felt like the climax because everything was so serious. Like the turtles are captured, evil guys are laughing, Raphael busts in to get them, and then the rest of the movie is just the avalanche scene happens, and then we have the showdown with the Shredder, and movie roll credits. It's just like that. It feels so rushed to the climax that after 15 to 20 total minutes of turtles being on screen for the first time, they're not even like a full 20 minutes, it's like cut together 20 or 15 minutes, then the climax is rushed to the end. Like, okay, we gotta get to the good action part because I'm Michael Bay and I'm telling what the director and writer should do. Why am I mentioning that joke? Because even though Michael Bay is producing this movie, it really does feel like he's directing this movie. Jonathan Liebsblarg, whatever his last name is, didn't feel like he was directing. It felt like it was Michael Bay directing this movie, which is why I think I should mention that his contract for Paramount Studios, which made this movie and the Transformers movies and other films, has been extended for 3 more years. So we're going to get 3 more years of Michael Bay working for Paramount. I can't wait for the sequel to this movie and the Transformers 5 and 6. That will suck even more than 4 and 2, apparently, because that's what's going to happen. So, Paramount, are you serious? You're going to keep the guy who made 1 great Transformers movie, 2 really terrible ones, 1 that was better than one of them, but could have used improvements, and a guy who only produced a Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles movie, yet it feels like he directed it and made all of the mistakes. It's a really smart move, and the only reason you're probably saying that, oh, he's a part of the Paramount family now, is because his movies make money! That's the only reason, isn't it? Transformers 4 reached like $1 billion recently, I guess. Yeah, that's the only reason. You just want $1 billion for your records. It's fantastic. Alright, yeah, sure, why not? Why not? I'm gonna give Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles a D+ for good action, CGI, and voice acting, but everything else was so wasted. It was so awful. There's even a gratuitous shot of 3D pizza coming at you. Hope you feel hungry if you didn't get anything to eat. And another gratuitous shot that's actually gratuitous of the turtles like climbing across like the buildings, but in order to not be seen for a quick second, they blend into a Victoria's Secret billboard with a woman's breasts, and they cover her boobs with their shells like it's a bra. She already has a bra on the billboard, yet they blend in with their shells while they grab on to her boobs. And Michelangelo just looks at Raphael and goes, "Thank you, Michael Bay." And another reason why I'm thinking that Michael Bay secretly directed this movie. I think Michael Bay secretly undercover directed this movie. So if you've seen Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles 2014 edition, what did you guys think of it? Leave it in the comments below. And thank you guys for watching. Make sure to subscribe. I'm Jackson Fulcher. See you guys next time.